For my 200 subscribers specials video, I decided to basically show off all my stats and pretty much all the stuff I have accomplished in, well, throughout the COD zombie history. Well, mainly show off the stats between start from Black Ops 3, ending off with Cold War. So, of course, I have reached Prestige Master level 1000. It was actually one of the most satisfying things to do because you can actually level up in this game, which is one of the things I actually enjoy about BO3. And of course, I have 100% the challenges in zombies, so I pretty much got all of it done. A lot of them are pretty straightforward. Then, of course, you have the Gubble Gums, both Megas and Classics. And then you have the Dark Ops, which mainly are just the main quest and then prestiging for the first time. Of course, these doesn't count for the Zombie Chronicles Easter eggs, just the 6 main original maps for Black Ops 3. From Shadows of Evil to Revelations. And now time to show off pretty much my big records that I have in zombies. Now, of course, I played for 44 days. I have made over 1 million kill, which is quite a lot. A lot of rounds. And then my deadliest weapon is the Gorgon. But actually, I want my weapon to be the Bowie knife instead. Yeah, somehow I made a lot more kills with the Bowie knife just by slashing a lot than just using a regular firearm. And of course you can see all my other weapon stats that I have. And the last one, pretty much at the bottom of the row, will be the launchers. Just because they don't make a lot of points, and plus, it does harm the user since we don't have PhD in this game. We have Danger Closest, but it doesn't work, but it's just not the same. Of course, my most used Gum is the Chemical Theseus with 923, while I use the other ones which are already close to their 700 mark, with Stock Option, Ornamental Accomplishment, In Plain Sight, and Zorflay. And as for my Perkaholic uses, is only 38, which is actually quite small compared to the other Gums I have. My highest round I have made it to is actually Ascension with round 100. To me, I was very happy to accomplish that, even though it took me 7 hours to reach it with just using only the classic Gums. So no power vacuum, no round robin, just the good old classics itself. And of course, my lowest rounds I have reached was actually Shangri-La. I think it's 38 or 46. It's 36. So my record is trying to go for, or my goal is trying to reach 40 rounds for each of the map. But Shangri-La is, it's a no joke of a map. It is so tight and so narrow. It's really hard to try and make a good train because there's not really is a good train around the map. I mean, sure, you can try to create one, but you're definitely going to have a bit of struggle to have a nice flow to it. And I will say good luck to y'all, whoever trying to reach your previous best. And then, well, that's going to be my stats for Black Ops 3. Now it's time to move on to IW. Here we are on IW Zombies. And of course, my level is actually the lowest out of all my COD Zombies levels in the game. And in the series, with just 375. And it's also the only zombies prior from Black Ops 3 to be the only COD zombies to never feature a prestige mode. You just level up, up, and up as you go. And of course I'll be showing off the records and the challenges. So you can definitely see I did quite a few kills. Not as many and crazy comparison to Black Ops 3. And I played for 274 hours. I don't know why they don't display days on here, which is beyond me. My deadliest weapon is the M1 Garand, all because of the Eagle-Eyed card. Especially during the main quest, you know, the casual route, the classic route, before you unlock Director's Cut. This was mainly the weapon choice to build for points. Now here for the weapon records, they display a little more differently. Instead of going by kills, they go by the weapon category. So you can definitely see a lot of them I made some good high-end kills and some are quite low. Mainly the pistols, the sniper rifles, and the launchers are definitely the lowest of the bunch. As we get to the bottom of it, the Hauser is probably my least deadliest weapon. Just because I'm not really a big fan of just using explosions, because I'd rather to make a lot more points than going for the Hauser. And then we have the Fate and Fortune cards. Of course, normally I pair with Eagle Eye with Scope Dollars, which is probably my second use card. Oh no, it's actually my third use card. Actually, my second one would be Irish Luck, which of course spawns a random card. And of course I hadn't really used much, and the reason that I hadn't really invested too much in IW zombies is because of two reasons. One, each time you level up to, of course, a very high level, the higher you go, the more XP you need to get before you level up again. Which takes way long. Even with double XP, it's so crazy long to do. And you can definitely see I have a lot of zeros on these ones. As for the challenges, well, a lot of these are pretty much, I got all of these done. Including some of the DLC ones. The only ones I'm missing here is the find and equip the memory charms to my weapon, killing the Rat King, killing the Krogzilla, master the cheese styles, get a kill with each change shoes, which it's so stupid the way that you had to change the change to perk effect. You had to do it when you get that near death experience by getting a red screen and get a few kills or a few headshots on a zombie, which zombies in this game are definitely no joke. They're almost like not as crazy as fast compared to BO3 zombies, but still quick enough to down the player. So I'm glad Treyarch handled change choose way better with the perk called Elemental Pop. Then we have Beyond, which all of them, of course, I completed. And then we have Director's Cut, which are essentially just complete every main quest with Director's Cut on. And the secret just, well, for more, I guess their own little Dark Ops calling cards. Nothing too special. And, well, unfortunately, though, I have not beaten the Mephiles boss fight because he is one tough SOB. And I only went to the boss fight once, and that was with using the Fate cards, not the Fortune cards. And boy, I didn't even last long. Probably didn't even last a minute. And it was already tough enough as it is. But maybe I'll defeat him maybe at one point, maybe. But I'm just not right now. Well, that's it for the stuff in IW. Now moving on to World War II zombies. Alright, here we are on Call of Duty World War II Zombies. And you can definitely see my stats is a lot better than IW. I have pretty much almost made well, 500,000 kills. Got a lot more revives. Of course, my highest round is 45, not 51, unlike, Challenge Shuffle. Played over 930 games, and played for 20 days. And you can definitely see I am almost close for hitting Prestige Master 1000 in this game. I might either do a live stream or a video when reaching that certain threshold. I'll be definitely one happy man. But now, as for the other stuff to show off, sadly, there's no such a combat record for the guns you use or your consumables. But I will show off the the challenges you get for zombies, which is just prestiging. Funny enough, this is actually lackluster in terms of the calling cards they add, if I can actually get to it. So these are the multiplayer ones that of course, I did for prestiging a multiplayer. Looks kind of cool. You know, animated with each of them. And then, of course, the Master Prestige, all of them are running together. And funny enough, they're all called Standard Issue. Then these are the Nazi Zombie Prestige. And they're all epic. They actually call these epic calling cards, and yet they're not even animated. And the worst tender here is the freaking Prestige Master one. You get a heroic, but what's so special about this card? It's just a picture of a wussling that's doing absolutely nothing. Like, what? But anyways, and I guess another thing I have is, well, challenges. Of course, these challenges, doing certain things in the game will actually unlock you additional characters to play. So it's a nice, neat idea that Sledgehammer Games did. And of course, I have not complete all of them because some of them are definitely very challenging. And some of them, about 80% of the challenges, you had to complete the main quest. A lot of them in different ways, either without going down, or had to play in solo, or had to beat in a certain time, or you can't use any perks or mods. It's just so ridiculous. But that's what makes it so much enjoyable. And of course, the cold-blooded one is basically for completing every main quest in World War II. So I'm missing two more, which is the Darkest Shore and the Frozen Dawn. I heard by a lot of people say that the Darkest Shore is the most tedious one, especially with certain steps, as well as the boss fight in the end makes it even 10 times worse. If I ever feel like trying to do their main quest, I'll definitely try to do it at some point. But that's gonna be, well, the SAS here for World War II. Now let's switch to more into the future with Black Ops 4. Alright, we are on Black Ops 4. And, well, of course, just like Black Ops 3, I have reached Prestige Master 1000. Now, of course, in terms of my stats, for my gauntlet records, I only have all 8s. Now, I'm missing one more for each of the medals, and that's the Alpha Omega Gauntlet. But the map is so terrible, and the challenges here, I basically got soft lock on the 8 challenge, which is a thing you had to kill, like you had to strike the population timer to 0 with the Gavel Knuckles. But sadly, I don't have enough points to even get the Gavel Knuckles because the zombies don't give me points anymore, which is pretty stupid. But we can see my kills here. Even though it says I hadn't even reached 1,000,000 kills, they still give me the Dark Ops calling card for it too, so I'll actually show that in a bit. A lot of headshots, a lot of games I played, almost exact same games played as World War II. And of course I reached 81 rounds in Blood of the Dead, but kind of a little bit of cheap way to do it too because I am playing on the easiest difficulty. I mainly just reached high rounds just to get a lot of kills for the Dark Ops calling card anyways. And well, here's the challenges. Now, of course, I'm dismissing the Duck and Cover, which is the Alpha Omega Gauntlet. And yes, I do have the 100%er calling card, which I could show it off right now, which is... I think it should be in the Masters. Yeah, I have it right here. Which is pretty cool, like seeing a zombie touching the globe and then almost bring the whole world infected. And of course, that's the Prestige Master in Zombies. Furry Cultist Illuminati. And for the challenges are, well, quite similar to Black Ops 3. Now, this was an annoying one to do. The more way than one way, which is the killing the Callus zombies with the corresponding ammo type. For example, you had to shoot the blue zombies with the kilowatt, shooting the fire zombie with the brain rot. You shoot the green zombie with the cryo freeze, and you shoot the yellow zombie with the napalm burst. It's called, or blast furnace. I think it's called napalm burst. I don't know if it actually shows around here, but and then we got survivalists, so all these are pretty much some of them have some pretty cool animated calling cards. A few of the challenges with weapons and certain special weapons. And then we got the zombie toolkit, all about elixirs and talismans, which are essentially the equivalent to the Gobblegums, but more of a nerf versions, which I actually do enjoy a lot more. That's just my opinion, though. But something a little cool, they also added the category when you actually prestige for the first time. You can able to unlock more challenges and are able to earn more calling cards, which is actually pretty damn dope. It's too bad they didn't do something. Well, too bad they didn't do anything like this for, well, Cold War. Well, it's almost, but not quite the same. And then, of course, well, I already completed the max level. And oh, we have ourselves the prestige icons. So the prestige icons in BO4 are pretty nice. Of course, they have the more, chaos theme to it. rather than the whole ether theme. After all, that's the game's main focus was supposed to be the whole chaos, but Activision decided to just bring the ether back and try to squeeze a little bit more cash out of it for the story. And of course, this is the icon you get for reaching level 1000, which is essentially the Prestige Master icon from Black Ops 3. Sad they don't show off cases for the number of kills for that certain weapon you use. But now it's time to show off the final zombie game that I played, well, recently, in the recent COD title. And that is, of course, Black Ops Cold War. Okay, silly me. I forgot to show off the Dark Ops challenges and the calling cards I have. I guess I'm a little bit so tired to ready to go to bed, but I'm still gonna push up a little bit further. So yeah, I'm missing 4 of them. I think I know these 3 up here are for the main quest for certain challenges. So one for the Voyage of Despair, you had to complete the main quest in Voyage of Despair without going into Last Stand or going down once. Sands of Time, which is of course complete the 9 main quests under 99 minutes. The other one is for completing the Blood of the Dead main quest without using any perks. And I think this one here is just complete all 3 of the main quests. And I got the Reaper of the Undead, which is, of course, got 1,000,000 kills. And then got a lot of culminating points on the Rush. And then complete the Gauntlets. Double pack of every weapon. Get, of course, round 20 without being hit. Complete half of the Dark Ops challenges. Activate every perk modifier. And this one here is so annoying. It's basically the rush for Voyage of Despair, which you had to get a total of 415 defend, which I think is 415, which I have no idea where I'm at, and it's so damn annoying. I'll definitely get back to it at some point. But here we go. Now, finally on to Cold War. 100% this time. And here we are, we're at the grand finale of showcasing all my stats in COD Zombies with Cold War. Now, of course, probably the first thing I'm gonna show off is, well, my legacy. Well, if I get to the prestige one, but that's fine. Well, here it is. These are my levels of my prestige from my legacy, which is basically a year ago. Now, at first, I didn't really mind this at all, but the more times it keeps resetting my level, the more times I really think, man, I really miss the old prestige system. That I didn't have to worry about my player level being reset. Because at this point, I really don't give a shit if I reach Prestige Master in this game, because they just gonna reset it anyways. But you could definitely tell for this year, I hadn't really invested too much on it because I was focused on other games. And also, there was a big bug that they couldn't fix until 2 months in. Now, of course, my overview for, well, the career one, which, of course, not really too fond with it. But, of course, that's where I reached my legacy because it's all about Cold War. So I at least made it to the max icon. And the ribbon itself doesn't really do much. It's just a cosmetic thing. Now in terms of other, well, now we have the combat record for all the guns. Mainly in zombies, and you can definitely see I have a lot of kills. I have made 1,000,000 kills off of this game, and I played for 55 days, so I actually played this a lot more than Black Ops 4. Mainly because I just enjoy this game a lot, and I actually played over 1,000 games. Of course, my deadliest weapon is the Howard 77, which is of course the Ishtar 37. And then we had the Spaz 12, and then the Cerberus, and then the ray gun, surprisingly, actually beat the M16. And then we know how it goes with the story. Mainly the launchers usually at the bottom low on the list, but they're actually a lot more enjoyable now, especially how they reworked the point system. Now they don't feel like left out. So now what's going to be the bottom of the pack is going to be the melee weapons, which is going to be quite crazy. And you can definitely see they're all just reskins, but that's how much kills I made. Now, of course, these are my equipments too, which I'm surprised they actually give you a combat record for your equipment, but that's actually quite awesome. Support weapon as well. Of course, that machine is the deadliest because of the Mauer Toten strat. Funny enough, there's the self-revive. And of course, we have the field upgrades. And kind of funny too, if you look at my time played of the ring, I invested more into zombies than multiplayer. I have, of course, played 55 days as opposed to 8 hours in multiplayer. I'm not going to go too much on leaderboards. I have all the intel. Well, this is my identity. And I guess I can show off the medals, which is kind of cool. They give you something like this. Which, of course, the Slaughter is the highest one. And quite a medal collecting I did too. Of course, a lot of these can be done with Outbreak, especially thanks to adding every type of enemy in that map. And of course, some of the 80s Action Heroes events as well. And I believe that's just pretty much about it. Oh yeah, as for the challenges here for zombies, well, of course I reached 100%. So I got all of them done here, which these are pretty much more less challenges to do compared to the Black Ops 3 and 4 challenges, which is actually quite a little bit lame. And then we got the well, more extra challenges here, especially when they added more of the later maps and the outbreak mode. And surprisingly, they give you challenges to do in the Dead Ops Arcade free, which I actually did do and able to get the 100%er. And then of course the Requiem Advancement, which is essentially the other maps. So we have Forsaken, Mauer Toten, Firebase C, and then we have the Outbreak ones. And of course, we have the Dark Ops. So, of course, I got the million kills. The other ones were easy, and some of them I actually found out on my own, and some, well, I just search it up. So, I'm only missing 2 Dark Ops here. And of course, these are the ones for the main quest. So, the 2 right here, one of these 2, of course, is one for defeating the Mummback without going down once during the fight. And the other one is in Dead Arts Arcade Free. And you must culminate a billion points in Dead Arts Arcade Free. And no, it doesn't mean to do it in one game. You can do this in multiple games. But boy, it will take you months to do. And I'm definitely no expert on the arcade shooter of Dead Arts Arcade Free. So I find I did the best way to do it during the first person mode, which they add. Which I don't know when I'm gonna have it. Oh yeah. I'm not even gonna bother with this one because these are Warzone, and plus I think they don't even have zombies anymore in Warzone, so there's no point. But yeah, that's gotta be it for all my show off all my stats and records. I hope you actually enjoy what you're seeing with all the numbers. So yeah, but thank you for watching, everyone, and I like to say thank you again for helping me to reaching to 200 subscribers and above. Until then, farewell, and have a wonderful day, everyone.